From hotspots to hidden gems, it's your guide to all things local, the LA Unscripted way. And tonight we're baking up a brand new special all about bread. Oh, if you could smell this. Not too long ago, if you uttered the word bread in SoCal, you'd hear audible gasps from carb counters. But not anymore. Hello and welcome to LA Unscripted. I'm Dana Devin, and bread is on the rise as a beloved food group thanks to places like this, appropriately called bread. In fact, it's a business that brings in lots of dough. I think bread is trendy again, and we've been lucky to sort of be here doing what we're doing at this time. Oh my God, I'm actually shaking. This is so good. This is delicious.
Thank you.
Oh my God. I can't stop.
If you can eat good products, you'd be surprised. You can eat bread as long as it's a high quality bread. Hi, I'm Johnny Lofranco.
Hi, I'm Yannick Guégan.
Welcome to Bread.
So people may have been eating your bread all the time and not even knowing it because you're in lots of restaurants.
Yes, we are in restaurants in Los Angeles and Orange counties. John and Vinny's recently uses our bread for their bruschetta.
Okay.
We also are in Hi-Ho Cheeseburger. Marché Moderne uses this fantastic multi-grain épi for their table bread.
So how did you get into bread?
My dad had a dream of building a bakery and bringing fresh bread to the people. He was raised in Rhode Island, Italian-American family. He opened his own bakery and then sadly passed away in 2001. And I got into it in 2008.
So have you been baking bread your whole life?
Yes. Yeah, for the last 40 years.
Yannick Guégan is my partner and the head baker here at Bread Artisan Bakery.
Okay, so everybody said we have to try this. Now, what is this called?
So this is a Queen Almond.
Queen
Almond.
Almond. Queen Almond.
Yeah, Queen Almond. So traduction will be butter cake.
Oh.
So it's made with butter, sugar.
And this is a birthplace. Where you're
this
from?
Is from Brittany. Yeah, been created back in 1800. It was a mistake actually. A baker from Brittany. His bakery was so busy that he ran out of pastry and tried to create something new with the ingredients that he had.
Oh, so buttery and crispy, but soft and melted inside. Oh, it's so good.
I would like for people to be able to access the kind of bread that they can on a daily basis in Europe. The best place to find our bread is at farmers markets on the weekends.
Right.
Other locations you can find on our website at breadab.com.
All right, what are we doing here?
So now we're gonna divide the dough to make the baguettes.
Okay.
That we're gonna shape.
Okay. Ooh, that's all dough?
Yeah.
Wow, that looks like me in a bathing suit.
And then we're gonna shape it.
Oh, that's some fancy finger work right there. Can I just say right now, look how perfect his looks, his baguette. Mine looks like a trout. So these are gonna go in the oven, and while they bake, you know what we have to do? Hold that.
There we go.
Oh God! Ah! Cheers! Ah! You guys tasting that bread fresh out of the oven? I can still taste it. And now it's time to butter up a new favorite in SoCal, the biscuit. Olivia De Bortoli brings you what she calls the best biscuit sandwich she's ever eaten. Oh my God.
So this is where the magic happens. We're in the kitchen. What are we going to make today?
Biscuit and Bean is a concept where we are making fresh homemade biscuits and biscuit sandwiches.
You know the expression risk it for the biscuit? I'm pretty sure these are the biscuits they're talking about. so I'm gonna risk it.
Originally, Biscuit and Bean was founded by Ben LeBay, and in about 2014. Original store was in Ballard, Washington. And I reached out to Ben and thought this would be an amazing concept for Los Angeles. The center focus is the biscuit, so it's kind of unique. Biscuit's always been a side dish, and we're putting it in the forefront.
Order up.
So this is the biscuits and gravy, which is pretty standard when you think about biscuits. But look at this guy right here. This is the signature. Look how juicy that egg is. Come on.
I think it has a home flavor, like grandma's making biscuits, a Sunday breakfast, a hearty meal.
I'm not even joking. This is the best breakfast sandwich I've ever had in my life.
Fulcrum Coffee is our roaster from Seattle, and they have roasted coffee for the last 25 years. So we do pour overs. If you like a more esoteric way of making coffee, it's all hand done. Everything's weighed, and there's a lot of love in that cup.
What is the secret to making the best biscuit in LA?
Well, cold. We need cold butter, number one. And then number two, layers, and building the layers upon layers and having patience with the dough. My wife and I live in downtown Los Angeles, so we love Dodgertown. We thought that this would be a great community because it's so diverse, and we love the community here. Everybody's walking, everybody's out and about. We're obviously on Sunset Boulevard, so it's famous Route 66. So that's exciting. I think our major competition is the bagel, and I think LA has always kind of been a bagel town. So we're trying to introduce a competitor where we can have a platform for our food in a biscuit form, which is crispy on the outside and flaky on the inside.
You know, I'm a Southern girl and I love a good biscuit. I also love a good bagel. And in this town, finding the perfect bagel is more highly debated than a presidential candidate. But there is a constant winner in the bagel biz ever since 2015. Let's slice it up with the Yeasty Boys. Okay, if I've heard it once, I've heard it a million times. Everybody is talking about this Yeasty Boys bagel truck. I'm just deciding what I want here. Let me see. Ooh, the Rubenstein looks good.
Looks pretty good, this menu, eh?
Evan!
How are you?
The Yeasty Boy.
Our bagel is basically your quintessential New York bagel. It's very doughy, very soft. It has a nice little chew to it, but it's not too rough.
That's a good sized bagel.
But we do it LA style with our truck. So it's like, and we pile it high with anything you can imagine.
There's the pastrami that they spend 30 hours making. It's a custom brine, custom
smoke,
custom rub. So we're here in West Hollywood on Melrose Place, and this truck's here pretty much all the time.
You can find us Wednesday through Sunday, 8 to 2.
And you've got some other locations.
We got Los Feliz, we got Venice, we got Studio City, we got Arts District, we got Silver Lake. We're packed, man.
Oh my God, the yeasty is rising. The yeast is rising.
Ever since I was, probably 15, I had my first restaurant gig, but it was like survival for me. I never considered it something as like a creative outlet. I picked bagels because obviously, I'm Jewish. I've been eating good bagels my whole life, and I felt there was a way for me to communicate, be creative through bagels. It fit my personality and my vibe. Instead of butter on the grill, we use mayo.
Okay, mayo is a secret.
And that really helps. That's our secret on the grill. We picked a food truck out of necessity. So we did Coachella in 2014. Essentially, what happened was we wanted to just keep building off that hype that we got during that period of time. That was 8 years ago.
Were you surprised at how people have embraced you and the Yeasty Boys truck? Because like you said, you're renting it out all the time to celebrities.
I always knew that I had something here, but to the extent that I turn on TV the other day and like Seth Rogen's eating like our bagel on his show. We do a lot of studios, we do a lot of activation. My favorite obviously was Curb Your Enthusiasm. Celebrity-wise, the Billy Crystals, the Diane Keatons.
Kind of tell me a little bit about your menu and where you came up with the names.
The names were sort of just like jokes in a way, like Chetty Wap is sort of a play on Fetty Wap, the rapper, and then Birdman's obviously an amazing rapper. When we created the Game Over, which is, in my opinion, like the Whopper of Yeasty Boys, the game over was so massive and it's so full of cheese that it's like lights out when you're done. So I'm like, game over.
Can you guys teach me to make one of these bagel sandwiches?
100%.
Look at how tall this sandwich is. This is probably, let me just show people. This is probably 4-5 inches tall. Oh, wow. I mean, honestly, I was expecting this to be good.
Yeah.
I fully was not expecting it to be this good.
We don't stop, and when the party goes on, we don't stop.
Okay, I've worked in the kitchen now for a bit. I've made some sandwiches. I think I'm ready to take some orders.
I want a chetty wrap.
Oh my God, look at this thing.
That's good work. That's very good work.
We are turning up the oven temperatures and giving you just what you needed, get it, needed, when LA Unscripted's Bread Bonanza continues. Welcome back to LA Unscripted from Bread in Santa Ana. And what do you say we roll out another spot worthy of a toast? By the way, don't I have a nice rack? Jasmine Simpkins uncovers the bakery and cafe that's given vegans just what they needed.
I'm ready to make a mess.
Yes, great. I'm excited. I'm excited for you to make a mess. Just what I needed is a all-vegan cafe and bakery. We started right in the middle of the pandemic in 2020, and now we've expanded from cinnamon rolls and pie to bagel sandwiches, biscuit sandwiches, happy hours. We kind of are like a hub for the community. Our new oven, she's electric, her name is Cherry. She comes from Texas, we bought her on eBay. We love her. My whole family bakes. We love baking. We're Polish and Mexican and a little Italian, and so just like that as a baking culture is huge. Bread, cinnamon rolls, all that stuff is just already like ingrained in our everyday.
So are some of these family recipes?
Adapted. My grandma loves making like this braided cinnamon bread. It's like less involved, but that's adapted into our cinnamon rolls.
How proud would Grandma be of you now, seeing that you've created this business and you are like continuing on in the tradition of baking in the family?
I mean, she's so proud. She's amazing, and she's so funny because she'll try something and she'll be like, pretty good. I think what a woman of color who's LA native kind of brings to the table is like this unique connection to the people that are coming in, to the people that work here. I think that having women in our kitchen, I feel like it's sort of kismet working alongside a lot of women. It's incredibly fulfilling. It's amazing to see what these women can do. The work ethic is absolutely insane.
Am I even close?
I mean, it looks great. I grew up really close. I grew up in Echo Park, and traditionally this is like where you would go in high school for a warehouse party, or you'd walk the LA River and find old bowling balls. Like, it was just kind of this weird, I don't want to say place for teenagers, but that's kind of how I interpret it. I mean, I'm incredibly grateful. It's insane to see something that was just kind of a shell with dirt, and then you built everything. It's all because of our community who shows up. Everything is vegan. We do Pop-Tarts. A lot of the times our Pop-Tarts reflect what's happening in the world, so either politically or, I don't know, just general feelings we put on Pop-Tarts. And I think that's where we found our community. That's when I knew that, like, oh wow, the people who are following us and interested, and I feel like that was the moment I had some sort of trust. And then I was able to feel like, okay, cool, I can speak about these political things. All right, so you're gonna grab your bottom, and you're going to brush this, and then you're gonna crimp the sides.
We're getting adventurous.
And dip it in.
Oh, my intuition is just to make a mess and then still eat it.
Yeah.
I think it's getting worse.
Yay.
I think it actually looks good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Oh yeah, sprinkles in the hair. That's it.
Who cares? This is good.
All right, and we'll be back with another vegan spot and a muffin the size of my head. And that's big because I have a large head. LA Unscripted's Breadtacular will roll on in just a moment. surrounded by carbs. Welcome back to LA Unscripted's Flour Fantasy from Bread, an artisan bakery in Santa Ana. And I'm gonna loaf off for a minute. No, just kidding, but look at this bread. You guys, it's still warm from the oven, but isn't this like art? All right, let Olivia now reveal another vegan spot that's filled with gooey goodness, kind of like the chocolate in this croissant.
One of my favorite things to do on the weekends is go to farmers markets. And I went to one this past weekend and had literally the best cinnamon roll of my life. And they were vegan. So you know I had to come talk to them. This one looks better.
Yeah.
She's learning.
You just go nice and gentle so you don't squish the dough.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then you get to see that nice spiral that you worked so hard to make.
Yeah.
See, look how perfect that is.
That one does look better.
That one's amazing. There's something that's really nostalgic about a cinnamon roll, and so many people really connect to them. They've eaten them when they were kids, they baked them with their family or with their grandparents, and it's also kind of something that's hard to find. If the mall is the best place to get a cinnamon roll, I'm like, I think maybe we can offer some other options. Gooey Center Bakery is my dream to bring the best cinnamon rolls to Los Angeles. Mine are super fluffy, really gooey filling, just the right amount of frosting that's not too sweet, and they're all secretly vegan. I don't really advertise them as such as vegan cinnamon rolls, and so when people try them, they assume that they're not vegan. And sometimes I end up telling my customers like, hey, did you know what you just ate is vegan? And their mind is blown. I love the farmers market scene here in LA, and kind of an extension of that is also the smaller food festivals that happen all the time. And I think we're really lucky to be in Los Angeles to have that. I connect with a lot of other bakers online through Instagram and TikTok, and I know that in other parts of the country, there's like maybe one farmers market a week in their small town, and that's it. And here, I couldn't go to all the farmers markets if I tried. And so again, I feel a lot of gratitude for having that opportunity here in Los Angeles. And I also think there's a really strong history of street food and street vendors here in LA that is a big part of the culture of the city. I love being at these events where other street food vendors are.
All right, Christopher, as they say, this is where the magic happens.
Yep.
Let's make some cinnamon rolls.
I'm ready.
All right, what do we do?
So this is the dough sheeter. So it's gonna help us roll out the cinnamon roll dough for us.
Okay. Pull the lever, Crunk.
Okay, now you gotta pull it back the other way before it goes.
Oh! It almost fell off the thing.
I'm gonna scoop out a little bit of butter for you.
Thank you.
I eyeball this. I know exactly how much this is, kind of.
Okay. This is more the secret ingredient part.
Yeah.
Because you just know.
Some things you just kind of have to know. I used to measure. I don't have time for that anymore.
No, we don't have time for measuring. We eyeball it just like your grandma.
Exactly. I start at the end and I tuck this in and roll it over, and then you just kind of keep doing that. Go back down that line you made.
Oh my gosh.
That looks good to me.
Final product, straight from the pan.
You ready?
Yeah. Oh my God. Cheers.
Cheers.
Olivia said those cinnamon rolls just melted in her mouth. Okay, and speaking of melting in your mouth, I've never really thought of bread as art, but can I just take a second to like, look at these creations here. Is that unbelievable? Okay, hold on, I'm not even done yet. Look at this. And by the way, I said it's warm, but it's like, it almost feels like a baby, like you need to swaddle it. It's so amazing. And I'm getting off topic, but we've got even one more sweet spot to cover in our Carbolicious special, and it's a monster of a story, kind of like this loaf. Get ready for some of the biggest muffins you've ever seen.
Scrolling through Instagram, and I kept on seeing all these like cookie videos and all these brownie videos, and they had crazy engagement. And I thought, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do anything with muffins. We started baking and doing some recipes and giving it to our friends and family, and it kind of took off from there.
Yum, yum.
Not only do we have big half-pound muffins, we have mini muffins, and we even have medium-sized muffins, which are kind of your traditional size muffin. But we also have cookies, brownies, bagels, dog treats, pup cakes, coffee, juices. So we really try to have a full bakery concept in here. We started cooking in 2019 right out of our kitchen and couldn't keep up with demand, so we decided the brick and mortar was the best decision for us. It really was 100% through Instagram. So my wife, Krista, is the baker, and she's been doing it for about 5 years.
So we're gonna be making our Pop-Tarts, which is probably one of our most popular products. Basically, we go ahead and make the dough, and the key about Pop-Tarts is you have to keep them cold. So basically what we do first is just brush it with a little bit of egg wash.
Okay.
So now we're going to fill them.
The filling!
I know, this is the funnest part, so I'll show you, put in quite a bit. And then what you're gonna do is just kind of press the edges just slightly, and that really just like seals the Pop-Tart.
I mean, it's an awesome feeling just from the support, and I think it speaks volumes on the community in Huntington Beach. We have some really loyal fans.
We baked it, we glazed it, we put the sprinkles on, and now it's time for the taste test. This is my first ever time tasting a homemade Pop-Tart. Oh. Remember, they ship and deliver. Life's nothing without muffins. Let's go! Woo! Wrong way. All right, we are out of time. No need to be sour dough, get it? Haha! All right, thank you so much to Bread here in Santa Ana for hosting us, and thank you for sticking around while I consumed all of these calories. I am headed out to go do some delivery, so I'm gonna roll on out of here. Love you guys. Bye.